Infantry are back in the meta, but if you're not rotating them properly, you're just feeding the enemies with the kills. Today I'll break down the rotation I'm using, so this is going to save you some resources and you're going to get the best value from your infantry. Before we start running the full legion and basically fooling your hospital, let me show you the smartest way, basically how I do that, and I plan to do, because I want to thank Yons from BTX who actually give me this suggestion. Now this is the rotation, the legions I was actually using. I was using donkeys, which I non-stop resource healing. You know, to hit this 6 million resource healing, if you have to heal a tier 5, oh, he's actually hurting. But 123k donkeys was absolutely enough for me to, you know, get at least at the middle of the distance between the enemy and our legions, and at the same time to trigger the frost ring, because donkeys are dying like a crazy. So one of the legions I was actually using was actually with donkeys, and I was using Garwood. Garwood is basically for this work. As you can see, it's like 84 stamina left of this bad boy, and I run them with the donkeys. Which, did I actually heal these donkeys? What happened with the donkeys? It should be healed. Okay, they're healed right now. So this is one of the legion that I was currently running. Garwood with the frost ring and donkeys. Now when I send this legion, I prepare other legion, because frost ring is having cooldown. I think it's something like 4 minutes. 4 minutes. So you know, the other legion I was actually running and you know, was actually Gorish with Eliana. For the people who don't know, you can go and check her out and check the video why I run Gorish with Eliana. Here the strategy is not making merits with infantry, but it's just the survivability, and Eliana is giving that. So that was Gorish Eliana with Garwood with the donkeys. I don't use second hero just to not waste some stamina there. So having my strategy, why I actually changed my strategy? And the main reason was, in the fights, people, when they see a gathering unit going to the battlefield, first of all, this gathering unit, aka donkeys or work rhinos or whatever, or deers, this gathering unit is not giving enough merits. And second, since people are playing in zoom out and they basically see the picture like this, it's like 90% for the people are playing like this, including me. I also like to play this like this. It's just way more clear, the whole picture, when you zoom out. So they see this donkey, and most of the times they don't attack it, because they know these donkeys are with frost rings. So I was forced to actually go with the infantry. Right now I'm planning to train some infantry, because I only have tier 4 infantry. This is not legions. As you can see, I have 406 swordsmen tier 4. It's going to be way more cheaper to train tier 2 or tier 3. I'm going to use small amount of infantry. It's not going to be full legion. It's going to be something like 50k infantry, and I'm going to use a frost ring. And I'm going to share with you a report what is the difference and why I decide to make these changes, and basically actually going for lower tier infantry, and especially for the artifacts. I'm going to go directly over the reports and I'm going to show you. Now this is Gorish Iliana with frost ring. If you see the legion buff, you're going to see this level 5 frost barrier, which is, you know, for 10 seconds you cannot move and you take some damage, blah blah blah. The enemy here is Awakened Lilia Velen with crazy pet, but the point I'm trying to make here is, look how many severely wounded I have, and this is like 95k severely wounded. I'm not watching over the enemy, because obviously infantry is going to have way more in the hospital. But the point here is, if you see the other report where I'm running again Gorish with Iliana, and we check it out some fight here, and we see the Legion buff. You're going to see here I use level 1 Spiritborn Torc, and the difference is crazy, I'm not gonna lie, because it's again the same amount of troops, it's 300k, and I get at the end of the day 56k, let's say 57k in hospital, and the enemy gets double what they're having in a hospital. So from where actually come this difference, and the difference come is the more squishy your legion, the more sovereignty wounded you're going to have in your hospital. That's why when somebody attack your donkeys, all the donkeys is going to hospital. No lightly wounded donkeys. Everything is going to hospital. So from here come actually the idea with changing tiers and so on. And I'm planning to also go with the infantry, just because people are just running and not attacking when they see some gathering troop on the battlefield. If they see infantry, they can definitely attack there, especially when they're playing zoom out. And I'm going to share with you from where actually this rotation actually come in my roster, or why I'm doing that. And the main reason is, at one point you're going to have a lot of main troop in the hospital. I have like 460k Celestials, 250k Vestals. All these troops is my main troop. So in situation like this, I cannot sustain and continue actually fighting. So I have to actually go for some cheap alternative, and in the same time to help my alliance. And boy, this choke point here was a pain to take out one tower, so we are going to be able to build a bastion here. It was so much, and I was not having any more main troops, and I was looking to support somehow the attack. You know, it's stupid to not have troops, and at the same time you want to support, but you don't know how. So this rotation infantry donkeys is a very good one. A tip I can actually give is about the tiers. The lower tier infantry, they're still going to have the charge, so you're going to have this speed to cross more distance with the infantry charge, and at the same time you're going to have enough time to trigger the frost ring, because infantry are tanky, they're not like donkeys. And everybody who is playing with zoom out is going to start attacking your infantry. Most of the players are playing with zoom out. When they see a gathering troop coming, they're not attacking. They're not attacking. People are learning, especially in the top KVKs. They definitely know what is the next step when they see some gathering troop. So they're not wasting their artifacts over this gathering troop. But still, in the big melee, you may actually catch people attacking your donkeys. So I still is a very good relevant option to have some donkeys on the battlefield. But honestly, I'm going to change the donkeys with tier 4, tier 2, or maybe tier 3 infantry. But don't make the same mistake I did with the troops. There is just more easy way to do better. Now I show you the legions, and as you, I want you to see, can you spot the mistake here? This is one of the fights, this is the second fight. The mistake here is the units, is 300k. When I send my infantry, especially if they're with the frost ring, 300k is just way too much. Way too much. I better sacrifice the stamina, you know, sending more time the Goresh in front lines, from sacrificing, you know, each attack to be 300 infantry. I make a heal of infantry, I think a heal like 600, 700k tier 4 infantry, and it cost me over 15 million mana. And I need this mana. And now, I know I have a lot of mana, it's not an issue, but the thing is, you just have to be clever, especially if you want to do the frost ring rotation. Now I'm going to keep up doing the infantry donkey rotation, but in same time till I actually hit, you know, here you have 3 million, you can hit after 3 million, there is 6 million healing units healed. Now imagine this thing to actually have to heal it tier tier 5 units. This is extremely expensive. So I'm going to continue with rotation between donkeys and frost ring and infantry with Spiritborn Torc. And at one point I'm going to rotate infantry with Spiritborn Torc and with frost ring, but the frost ring is going to be low tier infantry and the quantity is going to be less, maybe like 50k, something like this. I give you this suggestion because again, you may finish your main troop, you want to get some healing, you see your alliance is pushing, and to not actually just sit there. This is a cheap option, in my opinion, to continue and be in the battle, not just, you know, give it up and something like this. If you want to support, of course, there can be some other work you can actually want to do outside the game. This is completely fine, but if you want to support this very cheap and nice way, not many people are actually doing that. The infantry way, blink infantry, Spiritborn Torc infantry, a lot of people are doing that, but the frost ring I see less and less people, and I think this can actually buy you couple seconds. Now imagine if you buy like 10 seconds for 100 legions from your alliance and everybody's hitting you, and you're buying these seconds for your alliance and you get some good results. You may not get merits, don't get me wrong, you're still going to resource healing, you're not going to get that many merits. I mean, I see how many merits, this is nothing. So, but you're going to support your alliance. Winning the season, I think, is with a higher priority over some person merits, even though some people, competitive people, are playing for merits. Obviously, this is not surprise for anybody, but yeah, just wanted to share my rotation and my latest experience, especially the difference between the artifacts and how many sovereignty wounded you're going to receive if you use an artifact that is making your legion more squishy, more easy to be killed. So yeah, I guess that's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, become a member if you want to support the channel and my work, and I wish you a great day, great week, and see you in the next video, most likely tomorrow. See you tomorrow, let's say it like this.